What's going on, everybody? This is Nathan Payne, and today we're going to be talking about why joint venturing on deals, or what they call JVing, is one of the best strategies to investing in real estate. Whether you're brand new or you're experienced, it's a great tool to have in your belt. We're going to dive in and learn about why JVing is such a low risk and such an effective strategy to investing. Joint venturing allows anyone to invest in real estate without risking all the time and money that comes with the traditional investing route. You don't have to waste your own money on marketing. You basically link up with someone that already has a deal, and you help them find an end buyer, and then you can make money and work the deal together. So let's dive in and talk about it a little bit more. So I first started seeing the value in joint venturing and JVing on deals is when we went nationwide and started trying to sell deals that we couldn't really sell because we didn't have the right buyers. And what had happened is, we would go to different markets and we wouldn't have the relationships or know many buyers in that area. So we would reach out to other wholesalers or other people in that market, and they would be able to sell our deals like this. And even when I was brand new in my own market selling in Utah, my buyers list was very weak, and I just couldn't for some reason find the right buyers. And I linked up with a local wholesaler that was in my market, and he had a giant buyers list of 5,000 people plus, and he knew who the buyers were in the area. And I remember for a year straight, I would just give him deals and he would help me sell them. And he would make 50-30%. I mean, we would split the deal because he was dispoing it and I was just finding it. And it was such a low risk thing for him because he didn't have to spend the marketing dollars on finding the deal. That was what I was doing, and I was doing all the negotiation. He just had to find the buyer. So my first year of wholesaling, I was pretty much JVing. Someone was JVing with me and taking my leads and selling them and making money. Now that I'm more experienced and I have buyers all over the United States, I help people sell their deals, that they just don't have the relationships to the buyers list like I do. And you guys can do the same thing. But that's what's the most exciting thing about JVing is anyone can do it. You just have to find people that have deals that you can help. But that's exactly the background of how I saw the value in JVing. Is I've used it myself when I was new to sell deals that I couldn't. And I use it now to help others sell their deals that they can't because they don't know who the buyers are. So that's the background story of how I found out the value of JVing. So in a nutshell, why is JVing the best way for someone that's brand new to get into real estate investing? Well, the simple answer is it doesn't require you to spend all your marketing money in marketing. When you're brand new, you really don't know what messages to say, if you should text, if you cold call, if you should do pay-per-click, and all that marketing is extremely expensive. So if you end up brand new or you don't really know how to negotiate, you don't know what price you need to be at, you don't know who to target, and you start marketing, you're going to start getting leads and you're not going to be able to convert them. So the reason why JVing is great is because you link up with someone that already has a deal, and your job is to find the buyer. And that's basically, low risk because you haven't put your own time and energy and money into finding the deal. You're just trying to find the buyer. And that alone can be difficult too and require a lot of effort. So you're providing value if you can help someone, if you can bring a buyer to their deal. So that's in a nutshell the reason why if I started over again, if I would start with JVing is because you don't use your own money for marketing, and you basically just focus on the disposition part and finding the buyer. And if you can master that, you're going to do very well be at a lower risk than if you try to do the whole process of finding the buyer, marketing, finding the buyer, getting it under contract, then selling it. So what are some specific parts of a JV deal that makes it both low risk and time efficient? Well, the reason why it's so low risk is because you don't have to spend the money to find the lead. You don't have to, send out mailers, text, cold call, do any of the marketing to find the deal. You're linking up with another wholesaler investor that already has the deal. So you haven't had to spend that money and risk your money and your time to find the deal. You already have it. Now, it's low risk because, if you can't find a buyer, you're really not out much unless you start spending money on, lists to market to buyers. But, that's not even as expensive as marketing to find the lead in the first place and get them under contract. So that's why it's such a low risk, and it's time efficient because, again, you're not negotiating, following up with the lead. You're just trying to find the buyer. And usually there's about a 7 to 30-day period where you get to find the buyer, or usually the buyers, you're not going to have that much time to find a buyer. So it's time efficient because you're not just searching for months and months and months. You just usually have a quick turnaround that you need to find someone. So those are the special reasons that it's low risk and time efficient. And it's a great way to get started at developing and connecting with buyers in your area, so you can develop relationships and find out exactly what they're wanting, and you can provide value to wholesalers that way if you have great relationships with buyers. So when I think of one specific JV deal that went really well for us, I would have to say it was, we've helped many people, sell their deals by JVing, but this one specifically helped us out. So we were trying to sell a deal in Colorado. Like, my company was trying to sell a deal in Colorado, and we were trying our best, but we're not local to the Colorado market. We could not find a buyer. We just couldn't find it was a sticky situation. The tenant wouldn't leave, and we were buying it with the tenant inside, so the buyer would have to evict the tenant. So it was very hard to find someone who wanted the deal, but I knew it was a good deal. So I actually myself reached out to a wholesaler that I knew in Denver, and I said, hey, this is the situation. Do you have anyone in your buyer pool that would buy this? And my buddy out there said, heck yeah, I have someone right now. And we were able to work with that wholesaler and assigned it to him for $50,000, and we were going to make $0 on a good deal, but we just didn't have the relationship with the person out there. So that's one deal that specifically was great for us, because then he took it down, and instead of him wholesaling it to his buyer, making a spread, he actually just took it down and bought it because he thought it was a great deal, and it was. He ended up making a lot of money on it. So that's one specific deal where it worked out great for us to JV with someone, but there are other situations where we've JV'd with other people who couldn't find a buyer at all, and we've come in and we've split the deal with them, and we've each made a couple $1,000. I think we just did one where we made $12,000 each. But there's a lot of situations, because we do it a lot. Since we do this nationwide, we help a lot of people find buyers when they can't. But on that specific one that we made $50,000 in Colorado, that was huge for us because we didn't find the buyer; someone helped us. So it goes full circle. People can help you, you can help people. JVing is just a great thing to help everyone succeed. If you're new to investing, or maybe you just need to sharpen your skills, but you struggle with finding and identifying potential investments, and you're not really sure how to professionally analyze potential investment opportunities in order to confidently choose the best investment opportunities to pursue, then take advantage of our free courses in the link below, where investors just like yourself go to learn how to implement advanced investment strategies.